rainbow that kiss the sand. I hold my camera steady hand. Dreams in pixels, skies expand. Jumping into the deep end. No map, no plan, just pretend. Lights on, the lens, we ascend. Oh yeah, we're jumping into the deep end.
Featuring Scott from Controversial Cruise.
Well, hello. Well, hello and welcome in, everyone.
Can you hear the ocean hum? Every view, a beat, a drum. A drum. Jumping into the deep end. No map, no plan, just pretend. Lights on. Jumping into the deep end. Burning lights with my friend. Clips like puzzle pieces
It
blend.
starts.
Followers grow, the line won't bend. Can you hear the ocean hum? Every view, a beat, a drum.
Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good tonight. Glad y'all can make it here. We got a special guest tonight. We got one of the most famous people on YouTube here. If you look at YouTube, you've had to see him around. But tonight we're going to dive into some of the analytics. You know, some of the other shows we've talked about how to do different things, how to, you know, shorts and lengths of videos and how to edit some stuff. But hopefully tonight we'll be able to look in and put some stuff together to see if what we're doing is working, or how to see what's working and what's not working, and so we can all, you know, help grow from that. So with that being said, you know, I want to ask all of y'all in the chat, you know, what's the first thing that you check or do you look at when you open up your YouTube analytics? I think I pinned a question in the chat. You know, if y'all look at that, and just put in the chat, you know, what's the first thing you look at when you go into the analytics, and if you do, or do you look at your analytics, and see. So let's see who all we got here so far. Vicky come in earlier today. Hey Vicky, if you're in here now. Shannon's come in. Shannon's travel. Hey Shannon, glad you could be here. Danny's in here. Chris and Liz are both here. Let's see. Scroll down. Everybody saying hey to each other. Tweet down. Jan's here. Hey Jan, glad you can make it. Hope you're doing good tonight. This afternoon, wherever. Let's see. Oh, of course, we got Scott's here. Hey, Scott. Zach's here. Hey, Zach, glad you could be here. Appreciate you coming in. Uncle Dave. Oh, you're right on time, Uncle Dave. You ain't late tonight. Tomorrow night, now you got to pay attention. You got to be here a little on time tomorrow night, like you were last week. You were early. So, everybody saying hey. So, Zach saying Uncle Jason. Well, see, Zach, he's got his T-shirt now, so he can't talk too much junk. So, yeah, I pinned the bench oils Tuesday libations, I believe is what it's called after this. But it should be the question should have been right above that too. That may have knocked it out. I don't know. We'll see. But even if it did, like I said, everybody just put in there what they look at when they look. Scott Travels, glad you could be here. Appreciate you coming in. Liz says they look at sub counts and watch time and views. Go back to each video and see what the sub views per video were. Got Travels. All right. Yeah. So All right. Well, we're caught up pretty well in the chat right this minute. So without further ado, let's get ready to bring up here the man, the myth, and the legend.
He's on the move, he's got the groove, cruising through the heights, making big waves too. From ship to ship, you know his name. Scott's the busiest man in the YouTube game. Controversial cruising, bringing the heat. News, reviews, and laughs you can't beat. Hit that like, subscribe, join the crew. Scott's got a cruise ship made just for you. Just for you.
That was awesome, Sherman. I must say you've been crushing these little intros that you've been doing and the welcomes and all that. So I'm flattered. I'm honored. But for the duration of your shows, this is episode 12. You have done such a fine job on the intros and the welcome. So I have to say that live to you now that we're live together. So.
That's right. Well, I appreciate it. You know, it's kind of one of them things. Of course, I mean, you do it so you'll understand what I'm saying. You know, once you get into it, I mean, it's just fun to trying to put that stuff together and to make it work out in time and everything else. So, of course, you know, having you up here, I had to have you have your own intro into the show there. So. Absolutely. Even the song and everything. So.
Thank you. And of course, as you're making these, the more content a creator has doesn't mean that we don't like to do it for non-creators, but the more content a creator has, obviously, the easier it is, right? To pull from videos and lives and vlogs and this and that, shorts and stickers and all that stuff. So I see myself above myself up there. I'm like,
that's right. Yeah. Somebody looking to see in double vision.
Yeah, right. No, it's not Thirsty Thursday, guys. It's not Thirsty Thursday.
Let's see. Oh, so Greg is coming in. Hey, Greg. Let's see if anybody else come in. Everybody still saying hey. Telling everybody hey. Let's see. Compliment while you can, Scott. Hey, take a little bit every chance you get.
No, I mean Sherman has been all over. He's been crushing it. He's doing his thing with Chancellor. He's doing his thing with the boys. You're doing your thing with Uncle Dave and Rick, the Texas Cruiser. So, and you're doing your own show too as well here. Obviously, diving into the deep. I have to admit, this has nothing. Well, it does have everything to do with the show, but this morning, as I remembered, I was on the show. I was in the shower singing as you dive into the deep, dive into the deep,
right,
into the deep end, dive into the deep, and then you always see the thing. See now you remember, right? And people start to remember. I remember the one thing you say. Oh, tell me something about Sherman's intro. The plane flying down, right?
Right.
I'm like, oh, it's showtime, right? So
that's right.
You've imprinted that in my mind, and I'm sure many others too as well. And you have a very catchy.
Oh yeah. Well, you know they say that it takes at least 8 times of you seeing something before you even realize you've seen something, and then it takes 8 more times before you remember what it went to. At least.
Or it's 3 buttons: add to cart, buy, and Face ID.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's why you got to leave a few things that you change some things, but you got to leave some things identical throughout. So yeah. So it's all a science to try to figure out, and luckily it's fun to play around with and do. So
yes, 100%.
Yeah, the plane flying. Where did we see that before?
The whole creating from, your vlogs, obviously you're dripping in other people's contents and things like that, your guests and things like that. But it's fun to create from, whatever, obviously starting at nothing at some point, right? There's no template. Right. Sherman doesn't have a Sherman intro template. So we start from scratch like we all do, Canva or iMovie or whatever, DaVinci or
Oh yeah, yeah. It's anybody that don't use Canva, this you can do all kinds of amazing stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
Even the free version. I wound up paying for the pro just to get the extra bells and whistles, but the free version you can do a lot with too.
Oh,
So,
no wonder. I set my alarm for 4:11 p.m. No wonder I didn't wake up today and I was late for the quickie because I was wondering, like, did I sleep? I must have slept through it. There you go,
all right.
4:11 p.m. It's 4:11
Yeah.
p.m. on the West Coast, by the
So,
way. That's what that
right.
was. I shut it off. I'm sorry. I feel like
Well,
Cheryl. We got bells going off during lives and stuff. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
no, that's all right. That's all right. So at least now you know your phone did work. Beat the alarm.
What? Oh, 4:11 p.m. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
dumb. I should probably change that so that doesn't happen tomorrow, but we'll do that.
Yeah, so tomorrow you can be there. Well, let's talk a little bit about analytics.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited.
So, Scott, explain which analytics that you think are most valuable for creators. Retention, impressions, that kind of thing.
I think one of the most important things for a YouTube channel or any social media channel in general is engagement-based metrics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your click-through rates, your average view durations, right? Things that are going to show and represent that people stayed on your content, okay, long enough for it to make an impression on them, right? Them watching your video, them commenting, them engaging, them liking, them sharing, them tagging, right? All of this stuff, right? All of these metrics. I happen to think, I know this word gets thrown around a lot in the social media world, but audience retention, right? Audience retention. I think that that's basically BS, to be honest with you, because all that really means is follower count or sub count. And to me, that doesn't mean anything at all, right? You can have a channel that has 14 million subscribers, right? And nobody, or let's not say nobody, but let's say a couple thousand people show up, right? And then you got a channel with 1,200 subscribers and followers, right? And they have 800 people show up, just doing easy math, right? Obviously the person with the channel with the 1,200 or the 1,600, right, is having a lot more people that follow them and some that don't come to their live or their whatever, their video, and engage, right, over the person, even though on the upfront it looks like, 14 million subscribers, oh my lord, wow, right? But audience retention, really, it just doesn't mean anything, right? Because in that game, right, the audience retention really goes to the person that has 14 million. And to be honest with you, I'd rather have the person, the channel that had the 1,200 that had the 800 show up. I don't care if I win the retention battle or not. Retention, to me, it's the metrics that really mean something. Like I said, the average view duration, your click-through rate, right? Things that mean people are staying on your content because it's good, right? Not because they are forced or because you promised each other that you both watch each other's videos, because your content is good and people want to watch it, right? Not just your friends, people want to watch
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I, have a love-hate feeling towards, subs, because basically the exact same thing. You can have a lot of subs, but they're not getting anything out of it. They're just subbing and they're not watching. But you could have a couple of subs, but people watch and get something out of it, get some kind of entertainment, education, whatever it is that you're putting out there, and they stay and watch and they want to watch. So but for YouTube, if you want to do the monetization part, you've got to get that sub rate, and until you get a ton of, watch hours and stuff. So, it's something that they use to grade you, but I don't think it that truly shows, like you said, I don't think it truly shows if you're a successful channel or not, just off of the sub numbers. So
No, it definitely does not. It definitely does not. You know, what really shows to a channel is the person and the personality, right? You can have somebody that has ugats for subscribers, right? But you look and they got, 25 people to their live. And then, the second they post their video, they got, a couple views, right? It's because people are around going, oh shit, what did I'll throw a name out here and she's going to be excited. Josie Ann, right? Josie Ann's a perfect example. On Wednesday, right?
Yep.
She's killing it. She's killing it. She's sitting in her studio talking about cruising, and people love it. Whether it's the accent, whether it's a personality, whether it's the cruising, or it's the meld of all of them, because Josie Ann is awesome.
Yep. That's
what it is, right? And you look at her channel, I don't even know how many subscribers she has, right? Versus how many people come to her live. Do that math, right? The real honest formula, right? If you want to talk about lives and lives on YouTube, right? Do this, okay? If you are a channel that goes live and you're looking to get monetized, right? Look at your sub count or your audience retention, right? Versus the average amount of people that show up to your live. Okay, divide that. It should be at least 1%. Okay, anything over 1%, you're doing great. Okay, anything slightly under 0.8, okay, pick it up. You could do better. Let's go, Johnny. You're running. You got it. Okay, but if you're like 0.3, 0.2, you gotta start thinking, right? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay, so that is a really good starting metric, right? If you look at how many people you have versus your sub count, divide them, and it should be over 1. Not a golden rule. It's not a written rule. I didn't make it up. A lot of people live by it, die by it, but it's honestly a good thing. If you're a person that goes live, right? And now you can build a YouTube channel, right? Talking about YouTube here in 2 different ways, right? Lives, videos, standalone content, right? Or a mix kind of sort of both, right? It can be any percentage of in between. Okay, you can be more of a vlogger, right? And then go live maybe, a dozen times a year, or you can be more like, I don't know, post 700 videos and go 300 live and, 350 videos a year, right? So it can be any sort of combination of the two, but you still have to keep up and maintain the 4,000 watch hours within a 365 day period from whenever you started. I don't know when you started. Which a lot of people don't realize. They think once they get the 4,000, they're like, woo, we made it. Yes, you did make it. Congratulations. But you can't take your foot off the gas if you want to be monetized in 2026, 2027, 2028. Going, right? Because when that calendar comes around and you don't have the 4,000, right? You'll be, I don't think they call it demonetized. There's like a nicer word for them. Like, it's like YouTube probationary period that they put you on. So, but you basically, the revenue, you either have to share it, give part of it back to YouTube, or, sell your right leg in a llama in order to get part of it.
Yeah, you got to keep it up. They ain't gonna let you do it just one time and be done. So.
Correct.
Well, Scott, do you check your analytics? How often do you do it? You do it daily, weekly, a couple times a month, on your birthday?
I would say it's like cleaning your house, right? Okay, you're gonna do a good clean every single week, right? And then you're gonna do a good deep clean every single month. Okay, so I still wash the sheets every single week. Okay, so there's things that I look at, right, every single week. But I do deeper dives into the things that I'm posting to see which of those things are hitting my audience, right, differently, right? And some of the things that are hitting my audience differently are the things that I'm trying to recreate. Okay, and same thing. You don't have to recreate the wheel, right? You have 10 videos out there, right? And you look at the metrics of all 10 of them, right? In a given month, let's just say in a given 28, 31 day period, right? You look at all 10 videos, right? There's standouts and there's things, obviously, that your audience stayed around for longer, right? Vlogs of different things, right? And it just doesn't have to be because you were at Hershey Park and it was July. Okay, maybe a little bit to do with it, but there's other things and there's deeper dives, and I do that type of thing once a month. Okay.
Cool.
And I think it's important, you know, whether you really understand it or not, you have the World Wide Web at your hand and you started this YouTube channel. So, right, while you're in here, one of my best friends said, while I'm here, why not make the best of it? Right. So why not get more knowledge, right, from the knowledge that you already have? We all have a computer, right? If you started a YouTube, right? Get on, look what click-through rate is. Look at what audience retention is. Bullshit. Look at what average view duration. That's the other one I was looking at. Look at impressions, right? Look at what all of these things mean and understand what they mean. And then look at your video and be like, oh, wow. Or, oh, shit. Right? So,
I need to change that.
right? You may need to change it. And, right? And you can be like, hey, well, why in this video it was my click-through rate 7.6, right? And in this video that's similar, 4 weeks later, my click-through rate is 2.4, right? What's different? Right? Is it my face? Is it the lighting? Is it right? What is it? Is it the thumbnail? Is it the content? Is it the intro? Is it the right? Then you kind of have to like side by side, right? And it's a game. You have to watch both of them, or you have to at least look at the beginning and the end of both, or where you think it's important, and make a change. Otherwise, you don't grow.
That's right.
You stay here and you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again every single week, right? And you don't grow, right? And the click-through rate, see, you know, you see the ups and the downs. But if you really, truly want to grow, right, understanding your metrics is really what's going to help you get to the next level, right? And that's only you. Only you can do that and understand it.
Right.
And you don't have to be a pro. I'm not a pro, and there's things that I'm understanding and looking at and finding, right, every single day. Every single day. I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, if there's something you don't know, there's probably a YouTube video about it.
Correct. 110% correct.
I mean,
or something. An article, a World Wide Web, Google, right? You guys use that. What do they call that thing that you talk to? Not Alexa. No, but ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT, right? So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. You can find answers if you don't know or don't know anybody that does know. So
correct. Or hey, whatever. If you don't know, message me, and if I don't know, then we'll figure it out together.
That's right.
I'm always down to talk YouTube about analytics. At the root of it, my phone goes.
Let's see. Get caught up here in the chat. Let's see. Greg says 1,200. That would be us, but we don't have 800 show up.
Imagine though, that'd be freaking impressive. That'd be like what 67%. Like, like holy shit, what is that guy doing? Do whatever that guy is doing. 67%.
Copied him.
You want me shirtless, Sherman? Let's go.
That's right. That's right. Hey, if that's what brings it in, you got to do what you got to do. Let's see. Engagement's more than sub count. Yep.
And sometimes, right, that thing, right, might not be, right, what you want, but it might be what your audience wants. And understanding that, right, and not just passion posting, right? There's times and places for passion posting, but if you truly understand your audience, and sometimes you can have the best of both worlds where your passion is what your audience wants, but sometimes it's not, right? And understanding that, right, can really help you drive your channel to success.
Oh, yeah. Okay? Well, you know, everybody, you know, you'll go through the year, there'll be certain things that I want to look at on YouTube. And then 2 months later, I don't want to look at that anymore. I want to look at something different. So, you know, and I think you're right. I think which I'm just starting with the analytics, but I think you're right. You can pay attention to analytics and you'll see when that change happens, because everything will be going good. You're around to 7 or 8 and then it drops down to 2. Okay, what happened? Is it really something that you did or didn't do, or is it the interest change from the people that were watching?
Correct.
And then you find out what their interest is and you kind of tweak it to get it coming back up. But
correct. And don't ever be afraid to change a name of a live or a name of a video or, a thumbnail, right? If something's not working, if the name of the video is The Adventures with Uncle Dave, right? And it's not working, guess what? You can change it to Monkey Adventures with Uncle Dave while he drinks milk upside down with a clown. And you're like,
what? We got to see that.
We got to see that, right? Now you got some impressions. You got some, it's showing now in places where it shouldn't be showing or should be showing.
Yeah.
And now it changes because you just tweaked a little bit, a little crazy thing, right? So don't be afraid to change the names. I do that all the time with my videos, shorts, not really the lives. The lives are whatever, but kind of more of your standalone content. Don't be afraid to change it if it's not working, guys.
Hey, Mitch and the rest of the Cam fam.
Cam fam. Cam fam.
See, Danny says she supports channels, supports you back. Yep. Memberships. Yep.
We love you, Danny.
Yep. I don't know what a lot of YouTube channels would do without you, Danny.
That's correct. We'd be lost. I'd be lost.
You'd have a whole lot of trolls and everything else in there. What you'd have.
Very true.
Let's see. Okay, I'm a YouTube dummy. What is a click-through rate? Right. What I think is the click-through rate is where you can see where people click on the links and how they get to your videos, and then how long they watch them before you can see how long the duration is. Now, how far off am I?
You're not too far off. You're not too far off. Click-through rate really refers to the percentage of times your video is clicked on upon an impression, upon a successful impression. Okay. And now an impression, okay, is your video or your thumbnail that is shown visibly, okay, to an audience, and 50% or more of your thumbnail shown to that audience, okay, whether it's a new audience or it's somebody that subscribes to you, okay, that's an impression. Okay. The click-through rate would be, does that person click on it? Or does they go, I'll watch that later? Or, but whatever. Okay. So click-through rate is that. And I'll give you a broad, since this is for everybody, but a broad metric would be a good click-through rate is anywhere between 2 and 10. 2 and 10. Okay, 10 is more like outstanding, right? 2 is okay, okay. Really should be 5. Really should be 5 to 10, but 2 to 10, okay. You got it up there, okay.
Good. And I would think 2 would be good, especially for newer, smaller channels starting out. They would be doing good at a 2 to start with as they worked up to hopefully soon get to the 5 or more.
Correct. And I can show. So I can actually share my screen. I might have been sort of okay. So where? Yeah. Okay. I was looking. Obviously, I was diving into the deep end over here before the show. So I had a vlog of mine pulled up. I think it was the recent MSC specialty dining restaurant video. I was looking at, actually re-looking at those.
I'll put it up.
So if you look over here, Uncle Dave, I'll show you how we got, or everybody. Okay, I'll show you how I got to click-through rate, and I will show you something very important. Okay, so if I go back here, I'm not on the screen, but I can see you guys. You guys can see me. So
Right.
I have to be on this screen. Let's see. So if I go down here and I click on the analytics, right? This is where my mouse is right here on this analytics.
Yep.
Okay. Go through here. I am going to go down to, I'm going to go over to reach, excuse me. Okay. And now the important thing that I always like to do, especially since this is an older video or a video that had been posted more than a month-ish ago. Okay,
Right.
I go up here. Is this representing? It is. Oh, I love this.
Yep.
Okay, I go up here and I go to since uploaded. Okay, so there's a difference between since published, first 24 hours, first 7 days, and it's since uploaded. So this is the metric, not just because the views are 333, but that is the metric that I usually like to look at. Okay, so this one is your click-through rate is right here. It's 5.8. So of course could be better. The impressions were good. So I up front. This means if your impressions are large like this and your click-through rate is sub-ish average, this means up front you were getting a lot of clicks, right? And it kind of sort of like died out, right? Now, if it were representative, this would be, I wouldn't say double, but I would say maybe like a 9.8 or so, right? If they was sort of representative. So there was something here, right? That scored something that didn't really click, right? Something that didn't really click, right? So this for me is what I call an evergreen video or evergreen content, right? Because it's not something that tomorrow is going to technically go away, because they're not going to knock down any of these restaurants or stop any of the restaurants, right? So this would be something that I, in my report card, right, for myself, self audit, right, room for improvement, right? So you may see me change the title. You may see me change the thumbnail. Excuse me, I lagged there for a second. The thumbnail. Okay, you may see me change some other different things, right? Some tags and some other background things. I might change some other things, right? To get impressions, excuse me, right? And try to get that click-through rate up. Okay, impressions again could be your video showing to any audience, whether it's an audience that is new or an audience that already sees you. Okay, so and that is how you see it. You have to go over to the reach tab. You can look at it in any metric you want, but I really like since uploaded. It just it kind of really gives you a whole sense of everything, right?
Yeah,
But
we see how it did the whole time. So yeah,
correct.
because you may just had a good or a bad day or a week you're looking at, but if you look at over the whole time, then you can see. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
So let's see. It depends on what you want to do with YouTube. Sometimes just place. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Just on everybody's reasoning is different behind why they started in YouTube. So you just got to figure that out. And not saying that the reason you started won't change as you're going along. You'll either get more involved or less involved or whatever. So you have to go with the reason why and build it by that.
And you want to know what? I'll share a funny story with you, and it has to do with Liz, actually. So way back when, it's not really that long ago, but Liz can tell you and she can vouch for you that I was never going to monetize my channel. Okay, I was never, ever going to monetize. You were like, what? Okay, so there was a point at time that I did not have my monetization hours. I was well under my monetization hours, somewhere around 996. He was like, what? 996 out of the 4,000, right? So I was not even in the 3,000. And it was somewhere in between a pot of, not that type of pot. It was a type of pot of kind of discouragement, and also a type of, you want to know what? I don't need the monetization, right? I don't need the monetization. Right. And I don't need it hanging over my head. Right. And Liz was just, for the longest time, she was like, okay, whatever. Because she knew I was going to come back and she knew I was going to tell her, oh, okay. She's not one to say told you so, but in her way.
Right.
Sometimes she winks. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Thank you so
Just,
much."
just looks at you a certain way, and you know.
But I was never going to monetize my channel. And eventually I started gaining the hours. And I took, I don't know, it was like almost there, maybe 2,100. And Liz was like, "Oh, well, you thinking about money?" I'm like, "Nope." And she's like, "Okay, whatever." I was like, even if I make 4,000 and I'm to have all these hours, I'm never gonna monetize. She's like, "Do whatever you want. You're a crazy man. Whatever you want, it's your channel."
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't really for the memories and all that other stuff, right? Because I had been watching. She was like, "Well, why are you watching your watch hours? Why does it matter?" I'm like, "It doesn't matter." Right. And it was just me being a stubborn, stupid dum-dum, right? And I did end up monetizing my channel, and I'm still doing what I've always preached, right? All of the money that I've made is going back into the channel, into the things that I like to do, right? And those things cost a little bit of money, right? Thursday, okay, match game, right? All these things right there, they cost money.
Yeah.
Giveaways, things like that, right? Postage, all these things, you guys know. Stickers, right? Memberships, all this stuff, right? And it was never something that I ever wanted for it to be an ego thing. And I think I saw this side of social media, right? And I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm just talking about social media blanket.
Right.
Like blanket, we say blanket, hello, this is blanket, right? And I saw this like era of social media now, right? Be very egotistical and like very like about me, right? And that's why I didn't want to monetize the channel, right? Because I thought, right, it was an ego driven, and you want to know what? There's parts of every platform that there's ego driven individuals in every community that you're going to be in, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
However, right, like I said, this, and I hate to say it, the younger, right, generation of social media is, right, it's very ego driven. So that's really why I didn't really want to do it. But now I'm so glad that I'm so glad Liz knocked me over the head and was like, dumb. And yes, I did monetize, and I'm so glad that we have the memberships. I'm so glad I have the Mighty app. I'm so glad that we do the Thirsty Thursday, and it's all funded by you guys and Match Game. And oh my God, it's somewhere where I never imagined I would be even a year ago. So
Oh yeah. I think you got on the right track, and once you got there and you said, "Well, hey, we're gonna actually do this," and so it was able to do more.
yeah.
And I think there'll be a lot of other people that'll kind of do the same way. And then there's some people that may start out with, they first started like, "Well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get monetized and do this," and then they say, "Well, wait a minute, there's a lot of work into this. I don't know that I want to do all this," and then back up and just have a little channel and just like they were saying somewhere to store videos. That's why when I started years ago, that's all it was just somewhere to put videos and for them to be, so people, family could go back and watch them.
And watch it, right? Exactly.
And it was that way for years, and only, a year to year and a half ago, maybe, that I really started putting videos out saying, "Hey, well, other people want to watch this a little bit," or, and then, it ain't been but a few months doing the live. So it changes.
And now too, okay, so here's like a mini social media challenge for everybody, right? And if you're looking to improve your social media game, next time you open up like YouTube or something, then you're going to watch something that's not like your friend's content to watch it, right? When you want to see like, crabbing in Barbados, right? Think about what you pick up your phone and type into that search engine, YouTube or Google or whatever it may be. Think about what you type in there, right? And think about how you can title that in your next video, right? And use some of those words, right? We're going to throw out a word to you guys, SEO, which is search engine optimization, okay? But searching, okay? So your mind, right, is very similar to a lot of people's minds out there. Maybe not mine and Sherman's, but
Yeah.
a lot of people's minds out there. Okay. So when they pick up their phone, just like you picked up your phone, okay, you're going to attract those type of people too as well. So instead of just putting crabbing in Barbados, what would you put? Okay. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to put, but okay. So that's kind of like my challenge. And that's kind of like how I like to think and wrap my mind around how I'm creating, right? How are other people asking this, or how is this going to be digested to the viewer, right? Digested to the viewer, and or how what's the word I'm trying to put? Not digested by the viewer, but
Attractive.
attract. Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've done with some of the last videos and thumbnails of the vlog videos. You know, I would come up with something, but then I would go and search other videos of the basically like if it was a day in Barbados, and see what the other thumbnails look like, what the titles were, and that kind of stuff, and the ones that were getting views versus the ones that won't. And I don't copy theirs,
No,
but
you don't
I
have to.
change mine
Little
to
spin.
more that lane. and I've gone back and done a few of them and just tweaked the thumbnails because they had really won't get any more views, and changed it, and some views started picking up. So
Yep.
right.
Impressions, and you can revamp a dead video. You can do it.
Yep.
Okay. You just have to do it the right way, right? Impressions and that's with everything, right? First impressions. And I wouldn't say impressions is the most important metric, but impressions matter, right? And that's first impressions, right? With a new interview and a new boss, or impressions on YouTube, right? Not the same thing, but it's sort of the kind of the same thing, right? First time you're going to see my thumbnail, first time you're going to see my video, first time you're going to see whatever, right? I want to make a good impression. I want you to click it. I want you to go, what is that crazy Asian guy doing on the screen, right? With the captain's hat on.
Right.
What is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's, I think that's where you either make or break that video. Is if you don't get them with the thumbnail, with that first impression or the title, then you're not going to get them. They're not going to just randomly show up and watch your video that they didn't want attracted to by that first impression.
Unless you got a damn good hook. If you got a damn good hook, there's some good hook writers out there, but you know, be good at it.
Yeah.
You get less than 15 seconds, maybe 8.
Jan, I don't think nobody gets tired of seeing you in the chat.
Never.
Nobody gets tired of seeing anybody in the chat.
We love it.
Need to be in more.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, got a question from the Cam fan.
Hmm.
Is there a quote good number of hours to have for a whole year to get 4,000 for money? But do you consider good standards?
I wouldn't say anything good standards, Mitch. I just would say what makes you comfortable to know that you're going to stay within the 4, right? Double it. Is it 8, right? And hey, if you get 7,500, are you going to be upset? No, right? But what's going to make you comfortable, right? To be like, okay, well, we have number of excess hours in the bank. It really doesn't matter. Or maybe it does, right? Maybe it is going to matter. Right. So I think you really just have to ask yourself what's going to make you comfortable, so you don't have to look around when 362 days come and go, how many hours do I need? Because nothing like being a creator 3-4 years and then going, shit, how many hours do I need? I got to go back to that. Don't do that. Right. So give yourself a cushion. Give yourself more than enough cushion. I like to double it, right? I think that's more of. I think that's a very. I wouldn't say crazy goal, but I think it's. I don't think there's any standards, but I think at 8,000, if I can make 8,000, then I got no problem worrying about being monetized at all. right?
Yeah.
YouTube's not going to magically take 4,000 hours away. And if they do, well, they got a problem.
And it's like Shannon says, she don't want to deal with the stress of having to do videos or having to do lives, and she just does it when she wants to. So that's why she hadn't done the monetization thing.
And yeah, you don't have to.
She can do what put her energy and time where she wants it when she wants it.
That's right.
And like we were talking pre-show, 90% of it is Facebook groups.
Yeah, she rocks it. I was telling you before, Sherman, she is everywhere, man, on those Facebook groups. It's great. She's getting everybody engaged.
Yeah.
You need a Shanster in your Facebook group. Let me just tell you.
That's right. Let's see. Yeah, let's jump into all the chats, and you're part of that live, and you're part of that everybody's life that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get to learn everybody. I mean, the chats wind up being just a hangout, the way I look at it.
100%. 100%.
And I think that's one thing that attracts me and a lot of other people more to lives than just doing the vlog videos.
Right.
You have that interaction and get some feedback and that kind of thing.
But I also and this is me talking to me, but this is also me talking to all of you guys too as well. There's also something standalone videos too, right? You guys have plenty of knowledge on whatever niche your channel is about, right? So you can sit right here, me talking to me, right? And make that video that you wanted to make about the comparison of MSC World America to the other XL class ship that you've been on. Which one was it? Knucklehead, the Jubilee, Carnival Jubilee, right? Like Bill Warmstrong asked, right? You should sit down and you should do that, right? Yes, because that's standalone content, and that's also evergreen content, right? I can also record it at my work, I can record it in the park, but it's standalone videos, and that's evergreen content, right? And you can be creative, right? If you look at my last video, I opened up the fridge, I tried it. Okay, I tried it. You can come at me. I put my phone in the fridge, I tried it. But there's different things, right? When you're doing action, when you're opening these standalone videos, because guess what? When you're making a standalone video, there's more creation that has to go into it. With a vlog, I'm not saying that vlogs are easy way out. Vlogs are great, but vlogs are more storytelling, right? Hey, my whale flubber in Alaska, right? Popcorn eating monkeys in Belize, right? So you know what you're doing, right? You're coming along, you're riding we're in the Belizean jungle, right? Okay, but when you're sitting here or you're talking about a subject and you're educating, right? Yeah, you do have to be a little entertaining, but at the same time, right, you also have to be educational, right? And it's going to be a standalone content of facts or opinion, whatever it may be, right? Of the content. Like I said, I want to do a comparison video of the World America and the Jubilee, because they're not similar ships, but they're kind of sort of similar. I mean, maybe some controversy can come from that to be idiot. Yeah, they're not the same kind of ship. Okay, cool. You're feeding my algorithm, buddy. Go ahead, call me an idiot all you want, right? But I think, right, that is a video that I know that I have the knowledge that I can do. And I know that there's all videos out there in these brains, right? That you're like, oh, I haven't done it yet because of X, Y, and Z. And I got to walk the dog and I'm going to make my tuna sandwich. And then by then it's this, okay, we all have excuses. We all do it, right? But you have the power to make standalone videos. And I think the standalone videos, right, are what really round out a content creator. And if you really want to look at a content creator that does the due diligence to put out all three different types of content I'm talking about, Liz from Carnival Cruise Addicts, they got all three of them, right? They give you vlogs, okay? They give you lives. They're here, flashing the chi-chis and the cha-chas, and they're doing it all on Sunday. They're doing it Friday with me, right? And then they also have their standalone videos. They look at the comparing the Wi-Fi. They're not on a ship. They're sitting in their whatever, their Sunday morning or their Sunday fun day background, and they're talking and telling you guys why the Wi-Fi is better, right? That's
Right.
a standalone video because what they said in that video is still relevant. It's still factual, right? And people are still clicking and going to that video, right? Whether they're changing the thumbnails or not, it's still happening, right?
Right.
So all three of those together, right, cultivate a really good YouTube channel, right? Because then you have people from all different angles and aspects, right, coming in to engage, right? You have people that are coming in because they love Chris's nipples. You have people coming in because they really love the way that Liz talks about the Wi-Fi and the Cheers packages and yada, yada, right? Then you have the ones that love them as a couple that watch them go through their funny vlogs together in Cozumel, Mexico, and Belize and Honduras and all this, right? And then you have the other 50, 100 people that come to the match game. It's like, I love watching Chris hold up the board sausage. Oh my God, right? So you have people engaging from all different avenues, right?
Right.
And then, right, when the vlog runs out, you go, okay, well, I don't have another cruise until November. So now what? You can't make up a cruise vlog, right?
No.
So then it's just like, come to Michael's with me. Cruise channel, come to Michael's with me, like what? Right? Because you run out of stuff, like your day in a life, and with me.
Right.
Are you on a ship? No. Why the hell do we give a shit?
That's
We
right.
don't. You know, like it's like
Cool,
'cause
see
then
cruising.
instead, right, of come to Michael's with me, it should be why you should never touch a moose in Skagway, Alaska.
Yeah.
How
They
many
got
of you
big-
went? I
they got
want to
big-
know right now.
They got big knuckles.
Moose knuckles. But I hope this is all making sense. I hope this is all.
Oh yeah. Well, it is to me. I'm picking up a lot, and I'm sure others are. Hey, Vicky, glad you here. Hope you're doing good at pickleball.
Pickleball night. Oh, it is pickleball night.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
Let's see.
Tuesday,
Said-
baby.
10 to 20% seems to be an average. So
For the superstars.
yeah. So let's see. Yeah. Liz
Live
says-
are a little bit lower too. Live click-through rates are a little weird.
yeah,
Just show a nip, you'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
that's right. So let's see. Talking about cruisers.
Ew.
Let's see. What's he got? A 2-day break before he goes on another one?
Probably. No, he's doing Cruise Talk Live with me, so he ain't going nowhere for at least 3. And Bill, your standalone video to the comparison of, I almost said Warmstrong Adventures, of World America and the Jubilee is coming. I know you asked for it 2 months ago, but it's coming, buddy. I promise. I've been put on the hot seat.
Uncle Dave said he likes drinking milk upside down with monkeys.
Things that come out of my
Uncle
mouth.
Dave, let me know next time and I'll film it for you.
Shirtless.
That's right.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let me. I got some more questions here. Let's get back to a question.
The things.
Let's see. How do you use analytics? We kind of answered it already, but how do you use analytics to shape your video ideas, titles, and thumbnails?
I don't think they shape them, right? I think I think an idea just happens, right? For a vlog or for a standalone video, right? Whether it comes from a buddy like Bill, right? Says, hey, you should do a standalone video of this, right? Or you're in your shower and you think about it, right? The thing that I have also learned too is if you have that good thought, right? Make sure that you write it down, because there's been so many times and there's so many forgotten video ideas out there that just poof, right? I had it at 9:43, but 9:47, poof, don't know what it was. So you have to write those type of things down. But I don't think necessarily they round the video. I think they can help improve a video. I think once you have a good sample size of data for a given video or a given time period, whatever you want to try to sample, right? I think then you can use those analytics to help improve but I don't think they should round the video. The video should come from you, right? And the idea should come from you and your personality, your interest, right? Your passion, your channel, your niche, your idea, right? Content creator, right? And that is what we are. And I think that part of that gets lost in the numbers, right? The content creator and the creation of content. I think that that really gets lost. And I think part of it, some of it, and this is again me talking to me, some of it you get lazy, right? You get lazy. You're like, well, I don't have a cruise from April to November, so I'm just gonna. And you're like, you're gonna what? And now all of a sudden it's September, and you're like, well, you got a cruise in 2 months, buddy. You said in April you were going to bada, and you didn't bada. And now it's September.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right. And there's so many things that you can do or want to do. And if you try something and it doesn't work, try it again.
That's right. Try it again. Just do it a little different. Sit in a different seat and do it. Something.
And if your friend gave you that idea and it didn't work, get new friends.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Evergreen content is the best content. People keep coming back and watch it over and over.
Correct. And I will tell you, some of my best videos to date, still right now. No, it's not the match game. No, it's not Cruise Talk Live. No, it's none of the lives. No, it's none of that. It's actually my Margaritaville content. Margaritaville at sea, right? Combination of both. The really crappy ferry one, the Paradise, and the Islander, both, because I have many vlogs, many videos. More of the ship tours and the room tours are the ones that are really kind of getting the hit. I think a lot of people are going on those ships in the near future, right? Because I think the third one is about to come out. The, I don't know, Margaritaville crispy pizza of the sea or whatever. So I think a lot of people are trying to go on the 2 now, and I think a lot of the veterans and the teachers sell free, so I think a lot of people are hitting that content too as well. So a cruise I went on in 2023, okay, is getting, I'm not even talking about 2 or 3 views. I'm talking about, I'm like, damn, Margaritaville at the sea again, winner this week. Margaritaville at the sea, winner this week, right? And people are still watching it. It's not stale views, it's people that are going to and going, let's watch this dude eat the pizza. Or let's watch this dude, take us through cabin, 18573.
Right.
So I actually might have to go back and look at those too. I have to rechange some titles on that. Note to self.
Mitch, I think you need, if you go back and change a title or a thumbnail, what I've done, the ones that I have did is I wrote down what the analytics were before I changed it. And then once I changed it, the title or the thumbnail, then I went back and run them from that point again, because if you do the whole thing, then your improvement is going to be skewed by the first part of it before you made the changes. At least that's the way I think.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I think that, unless you can really remember, really filter yourself down to remembering when and what metric you have to look at, I think yes. But I think overall, if you start to see those 2 metrics go up on a video that was posted 30 days or longer ago, and you're trying to improve that video, if the impressions and the click-through rate are both improving and going up, that is your sign that you have hit the algorithm. Your YouTube is going, it's more splash of the cam fam, right? And when you look, right, and it seemingly just stops, something happened, right? People start clicking on it. People stop gravitating to it, right? The name change didn't work or whatever it may be, right? So those 2 metrics after you try to revive a video are the 2 most important metrics, right? Because the impressions, again, right, are going to be those people, especially the newer ones, really, that are trying to give that wind, is the impressions from the newer chunk of people that are going to, see that video that haven't seen it. And the people that are going to search, right, if you change the title now to, crispy cinnamon buns in San Francisco instead of, cinnamon buns in San Francisco, let's say crispy was the word. I don't know, whatever, because the
Right.
the place was crispy, whatever you had to play on words, and
Right.
that hit, right? Could just be something as easy as that. So
Right. Should have a 360 edit.
oh, that was not my category. But 360 videos are cool.
Yeah.
Richard does them. Richard from No Pins Profits.
Let's see. Back. Trying to see where. Surprisingly, an hour's already gone by.
Oh my lord!
And
Where are
I'm
you?
just trying to scroll through here and see.
I'm trying to find where your
anything
mouse.
important.
Where's your mouse?
Let's see.
Oh, there it is. Liz.
Let's see. You get inspiration from others. Let's see. Scott, watching your channel has brought me into the wonderful community. There you go.
Thank you, Jan. Well, I'm so very glad. I'm so very glad you're here.
Hey, Angie, glad you could be here.
Angie!
Appreciate you coming in.
Hello,
You're right on time, right here for the good stuff.
Loady, boat, loady, boat.
Oh, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I try to make me small so it improves the image of it. But let's see what it say. Every time I see a cute little lady. Oh, so now you're gonna be wholesome, the wholesome one.
Somebody's got to do it out here, you know. Hey? Mr. Wholesome ain't being wholesome.
Yeah, since school started, I think he's lost that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I told on you to Cheryl today. Mm-hmm.
The kids are rubbing off on him.
She said she didn't believe me, Zach. You're still wholesome.
Let's see. All right. Well, Scott, like I said, we're over a little over an hour now already. Tanya and him should be started. What would you tell, other than what you've already said, which I think has all been great? I've gotten a lot out of it myself.
Thank you.
What would you think, or what would you suggest to somebody starting out a smaller channel? The most important thing they could do with analytics to get started and pay attention to help them get on the right track?
I don't even think it's analytics, Sherman. I think it's just consistency. I think it's being consistent, right? Showing up, posting regularly, right? Whether it's like I said, whether you like to do lives, whether you like to post videos, standalone content. I think it's just being consistent. Early on, it's being consistent, because if you're not consistent, when you go to look at the analytics, right, you're not going to have the right sample size. Right. It's going to be very skewed. It's going to be very all over, right? If you post one video this month and another one next month and another one 2 months from now, right? When you go to look at the 28 days, you're only going to have one video and it's going to be all the, right? Consistency early on is going to win the game. Definitely never thought I would be somebody that went live 5 days a week, or seemingly live 5 days a week. One's pre-recorded, but live 5 days a week. Okay. And then even being asked to be guest on shows like Sherman's and other D&G explorers and all of the other interviews that I've had. It's just incredible. I've never thought that I would be here doing what I'm doing now. And it really doesn't have anything to do with the analytics. It really doesn't. And I think the bigger message is not to let the analytics eat you alive, because at the end of it, it doesn't matter. What matters is this, and matters is this, right? Okay, that matters. Okay, and if you are doing the right things, okay, the analytics are going to come, right? And the analytics are going to show, right? And it's not about the sub count, right? It's about the true people that are coming to your channel to engage in the things that you're putting out. Right, not just the lives, not just the vlogs, right? When you say notification bell, right? You guys can throw a notification bell, but the true people that have your notification go, oh shit, Sherman posted a video, or oh shit, Sherman's live, and they hit it, right? Not I'll watch it later, right? And I'm not criticizing. I got some people that okay, I'll watch it later, right? But I'm telling you, right? The people that are going to come and watch the bell are the people that are going to engage, right? And I'm not saying that the other people aren't going to engage, right? But the consistency of showing up for those people that are going to have the bell, incredible, right? And I'll give you even a little quick snippet example. Don't come at me, Greg and Eddie. I know it's my most canceled show, but my podcast on the weekend on Saturday mornings, okay, became relived. Okay, it never really died, but it became relived from the fact that I know that there are people there, right? And I don't care if there's 8, I don't care if there's 2, I don't care if it's just Eddie and Greg. I really don't care, as long as it's just not Eddie by himself. Oh my God, if I got to talk to Eddie by himself, please, no, we'll cancel the live.
Well, at least Alice
I'm joking, but I don't care how many people come to that podcast, right? I know it's a smaller niche group of cruisers, but the fact that I woke up to messages and I wake up to messages whenever I cancel that podcast early on from Eddie and Greg and Uncle Dave, no podcast today, Roxy and Chris, right? No podcast today. Okay, so that really makes me feel good, and consistency, right, makes me think that, hey, I've been consistent enough on Saturdays for people to be like, where's Scott?
Right.
Damn it, I was just here yesterday. It's like, yeah, yesterday was Friday. You were at the match game. Today's Saturday. Where are you? Damn it, I was live on Thursday. It's like, yeah, that was Thursday, but today's Saturday, pal.
Yeah,
like,
that's
shit.
right.
I consistency, right? And I didn't do that overnight. I think I'm 41 episodes in or something like that. So consistency wins the game, the name of the game. Okay. So
it goes back. Yeah, it goes back to like we were talking about in the beginning. You're talking about with the plane coming in the intro video. You know, that's consistent in the videos, but that gets the recognition, people to remember. Just like if you're consistent, you train people to when you're going to be there.
Yep.
So if they want to watch, they know that at 9 o'clock on Thursday night, what they're going to be doing. But if you did it, 2 weeks, skip 3 weeks, did it a week, skip 2 weeks, they would have to rely on that notification bell, and then they may already be doing something else. So they've already filled that time slot that they normally would be watching with somebody else who has been consistent.
Correct. Or they're out doing something else and they've uncommitted, right? Because you didn't commit to that time, right? And whether it's a vlog, right? And again, I will bring Liz from Carnival Cruise Addicts into this, and she should beat this into my head, because you want to know what? I'll tell you, get a schedule. Okay. If you look at Liz's videos, they're posted the same time. Okay. She goes live the same time. And now I'm not saying that that they're not going to do pop-ups, and I'm not saying that sporadic lives every once in a while is okay. 110%. Right. But if you look at the Yakety Yaks and you look at her vlogs, right, she's got certain days. I don't even know them. She's got certain days that she posts. Tuesday, 9 a.m. I got my vlog. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every given Thursday and a turkey and a Sunday on 6:20 a.m. we do the Yakety. Sunday night we do our cruise fun time, and then Friday night 8 p.m. we're with you. And I'm like, damn, you got a schedule. She's like, yeah, you should get one too. So yes, consistency. That is the one thing that I am not consistent in, and I say do not follow what I'm doing. The consistency of which I post my videos is gross. It's awful. Live's great. Awesome. I'll show up, no problem. But my videos, awful. Now, I know I do get a lot of views, and I do appreciate it, because people love watching the vlogs and the videos and all that other stuff. But me talking to me and me talking to the rest of you guys, I got to get better. Okay, I got to get better at posting. Okay, videos, standalone videos. I'm not committing to once a week, but got to do standalone videos. Okay, the vlogs, obviously, I'm found like 3 vlogs that I'm sitting on. Forgot them from World America. Okay, got to get better.
Right.
I'm just saying, you want consistency and you want people to know, right? You look at Liz's Yakety Yak. Okay, you go, holy shit. that was only posted 7 minutes ago. She got 48 comments. And then I just like, you know, like hearts with the little note. Like people are like, oh my God, I love Chris's hairdo. And yeah, he does go to the nightclub on the Sunday with ballerinas. And you're like, holy shit, they watched the whole Yakety Yak, which is only 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And they have people engaging because they know Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Not really. I don't know Liz's schedule. Tuesday, 6 o'clock is when we post the Yakities. Okay.
Yeah. So they
I
know.
know
They're heading over there at 5:58 to get ready to watch. So
yep, 100%. And you will. You will have those diehards that will latch on just like they latch on to your live schedule of knowing when you're going to post your vlogs or when you're going to. Bill is also really good at it. He used to post his vlogs. What was it, Bill? Monday, Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday at like 4 p.m. or something like that. I used to love the Bill vlogs. He hasn't in a long time, in a little while, like consistency, but he used to, and that was ingrained in my brain for a little while. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a new Bill vlog on Monday or Tuesday, you know, something like that. So consistency
Bill doing that consistent before you started getting in with him, and
yeah, Bill honestly taught me the consistency. Bill was the first one in the game to really collab with me. We were the first ones to do Cruise Talk Live before we had won the Meet and I award, and we just stuck at it, man. And I'm telling you, there was probably doubts in both of our minds at some point or another. Hey, how many episodes are we going to do this for? How long are we going to do this for? How many times can we talk about first time cruises? How many we battled all the way through it, right? And every single week now we have a great enjoyment of talking about what we're going to talk about this week. And we have a great topic this week, let me tell you. But we have a really, really good relationship about talking about what we're going to talk about, and whether it's something that we've already talked about, completely different spin, or something brand new, whether it comes from my brain or Bill's brain, we're always kind of brainstorming about what we're gonna do for Cruise Talk Live, which is great because all the live shows at one point had maybe not a thought that they were gonna end, but like I don't know, how long are we going to do this? You know, Thirsty Thursday, you know, I'm sure a match game at one point or another, but we're rolling on all cylinders now. Don't worry, match game ain't going nowhere. But I'm sure at one point or another, we're like, how many times are we going to do this? But nope.
Well, you know, they even brought it back on TV since y'all were doing so good with it. They brought the show back on TV.
I heard that. I heard they were, they
got Martin Shorts doing it.
Yeah. All right, Martin.
Let's see. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. Analytics. I didn't understand exactly what I meant. Hard to explain.
It's hard to understand. They really are.
Let's see.
And again, I'm not any professional. I'm not any expert out here. I do know some things. I do have a social media background. For those who do not know, I did work for a social media influencer, fitness social media influencer. He had, I think, like 2.4 million subscribers over all of his channels. Biggest one was Instagram, which is what we used to post to a lot, and Facebook too as well. And I did a lot of his SEO, a lot of marketing, a lot of content creation. I was shooting a lot of his content, editing, engaging too as well. I was in charge of a lot of the Facebook groups and a lot of the fitness groups that went on to virtual fitness groups, also DM engagement too as well. So that's kind of where this whole social media understanding basic kind of comes from. And again, like I said, I don't sit up here to pronounce myself any type of knowledge wizard or anything, but there are some things that I do understand, and I'm always willing to help those understand their metrics and their channel better to help better themselves. So,
yeah, I found when I was looking for content to put in the intros and all for this show, I found some pictures and from when you were back in the fitness thing a while back. I said,
you did.
I said, no, I ain't gonna put them. I said, a lot of folks won't know it. You look so small and young, you know.
I was.
I said, some folks they'll say, who was that guy?
Yeah. I hit a couple of those the other day. You know, your Facebook, your phone does this like memories of like the past. You open up your phone, you're like, I don't want to see myself 11 years ago, but here it is, and you're like, oh shit. It wasn't really 11, but like 2018 is when I moved here. So 18, 19, 20, and a little bit of 21. So like about and 1 year while I was at home. So about 5 years with that gentleman, with that fitness influencer. So who is now influencing himself, I guess. He's still posting and stuff. We don't really talk anymore.
But. No, cool. Let's see. I found that the videos we have posted from our cruise get attention. Everybody wants to cruise. Everybody wants to see if they can find something that you did that they missed, or if they're getting ready to go on a similar cruise. So I mean, we always look if it's something new coming up. You know, we always look and see. You know, just like we're on the cruise. Me and Shannon's going on the back-to-back coming up the end of the month. You know, we're going to Celebration Key. So of course we've been looking at everybody's videos that's already been to see kind of what to expect, or you know, to see somewhere where you can get a fast track to get somewhere you want to go ahead of everybody and that kind of stuff.
Correct.
So, but all right, well, we're hour and 16, so I think we've done it. I think we've covered a lot of stuff just in talking.
Absolutely. And if anybody has any questions too, Sherman, yourself or anybody in the chat, I am one of the most approachable guys on YouTube. So whether it's direct message, or it's commenting on one of my videos, or my email, controversialcruising@gmail.com. Surprise. Okay. I will answer back, and we can chat about whatever you would like. YouTube cruise related, whatever you'd like. So I'm an open book for you guys and yourself, Sherman, too. So.
Oh yeah. Any questions, you send me something that if I have an idea about it, I'll tell you. But if I don't, I'll direct you towards Scott or Liz or somebody like that I know has got a lot more knowledge about the stuff than I do, and who I think maybe specialize in a certain thing if it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll try to find the answer, or we'll learn it together, one of the two.
Yep. And the other thing that I want to say too, I know I said that this was an important metric, the average view duration. So if you look at your video, right, if it's lives are a little different. We can go into lives on another, but if you're looking at a video, a standalone video, whether it's a vlog or whether it's a standalone informational video, I would say a good average view duration is 50% or more of that video's duration. That means that person had stayed around 50% or more of your video, and that's good. And that's good. Anything under that, I think you have to figure out what's going on, right? That means people are clicking on watching like 34 seconds and they're out, right? Versus people actually watching. And now there's going to be everything that throws in. That's average view duration, right? There's going to be people that always do that, right? Oh, yeah. But the idea, right, to get the average view duration up, right, is to make the content and the hook, the content, everything right there more interesting, more entertaining, right? So your viewer stays on your video, right, on an average longer than whose ever else's video or whatever else's content. Average view duration. Okay, and 50% or more, 60 I think is phenomenal. Okay, so if you're looking at yours and you're trying to understand, well, why does it say 7.09? Okay, look at your average, or look at your entire duration of your video, right? If it's 10 minutes and 33 seconds, well, shit, that is a really good average view duration, right? Especially if it wasn't just posted, 47 minutes ago. If it was posted like a month, you're like, that is a really good average view duration. They watch 78-ish% or more of your video most of the time.
Right. That's
Double
good.
focus. Double focus. For some reason or another. Now, right? If you fast forward and something happens 30 days from now and a video flops, right, now you have something to kind of compare it, right? And you go, well, why did this video do so well and why didn't this do, in a back to back? Okay. That's how analytics can help you improve your growth on any given platform.
Right. Let's see. So if 10 people watch and 1 out of 10 clicks off after 30 seconds, it will bring that average duration.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah. So.
That is why. Okay. And here's another extra tip that I'm going to share with you. Okay. So this is why in my videos, I have stopped saying, hey fam, what's up? Okay. Because I have wasted, right? Hey fam, what's up? I've literally wasted like 5 seconds of a crucial opening. And what do I say? A first impression.
Right.
You literally just wasted 5 seconds to someone who is not your family. Now, TCT is watching my video. They like, that's my guy. That's my family.
Right.
Okay. But somebody brand new, it's like, hey family, what's up? I'm in Barbados. You ain't my family. I just want to see us eating with the chickens. And if we can bring goggles for Junior, that's all I want to see. I don't care. I hate family. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm talking. I don't know a hook right now off the top of my head with chicken with goggles, but I'm just saying, right? The hey fam is not as inviting as one thinks that it may be. Right? Now you're doing a members live. You're doing a members video. Hey fam, it all the way up until fam's got no more fam. Right? But if you're doing standalone content or you're doing vlogs, stop the hey fam. Or stop the hey controversial cruising gang, hey controversial cruisers, right?
Right.
You're losing valuable time. Valuable time. Right. Think of something that is going to be credible to the video, okay, and hook that, right? Because those 5 seconds, right, are going to be so crucial about your video to Belize, right? Tell me in those 5 seconds why I should watch that vlog to Belize, right? You won't believe the fish flying in Belize because the chickens pooped, right? And you're like, what did he just say?
Like, what? We got to see this.
And now you can't clickbait it, right? You obviously in the video, you got to show what I just said, the fish fly in with the chicken poop. You got to show it, okay?
That's right.
But you took the hey fam out and you gave me 5 seconds of like, oh, I'm still watching. Okay, now I'm going to continue to watch. Whereas it's, hey fam, come with me in Belize. I'm like, swipe.
Right.
Next.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy for shit.
That's right. We ain't family. What's he talking about?
So take the 5 seconds and take that crucial 15 seconds, as they say, 15 seconds. It's really 5 in the YouTube world. Take that 5 seconds back for you and give me something that makes me want to stay longer in that video and ups your average view duration. Okay. A hook, right? And if you don't know what a hook is, I'm not talking about a fishing hook. Look it up. Social media hooks, right? And there's actions, there's lines. And I'm not saying that you have to be scripted, right? I'm not scripted. None of my videos are scripted. These are tools that you can use to enhance the metrics on your videos to get people to engage with your content, right?
Right.
Again, I was opening up right? It's an action. Why is this dude opening up the fridge? Right? And I was talking about what I was talking about as I was opening up the fridge. I wasn't saying, hey family, what's up? No, I was right to the point. I opened up the fridge. You go, what the hell is he doing? Then I said what I was talking about. And I believe, if I'm right, was it the Margaritaville? I think it was a Margaritaville video. I forget what video it was. But whatever one of the last standing videos I did, I shot that at work. And I came up with that in my mind to put the cell phone in the fridge. And yes, it actually got a decent amount of views. Okay. So those are things
that you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't. And yes, you want to know what? I think it's a comfortability, and this is like a kind of a learning thing, right? For everybody. You go to some of my old vlogs, I hey fammed it up till I just want to vomit all over myself, right? Hey guys, or that's another one. Hey guys, how you doing? Like, Another hey guys, right? You literally just wasted 4 seconds saying hey guys, right? I'm like, oh my God, right? Tell me something about the video. Why am I here? Hey guys does not give me anything, and it doesn't make a good first impression. Right? You open up the door and go, hey guys. I'm like, no, my car. Like Fran Drescher all over again. Someone please. So that's one of the biggest things. And sometimes I have to remind myself, right, when I'm starting a vlog or starting a video, right? No, hey guys, no fam, no nothing. Okay. And you just get right into it. Right. And it's a comfortability thing. The hey guys, the hey fam, I know. I get it. It's a comfortability thing. Hey guys, I'm welcoming in my crew. I'm welcoming in all that. Don't worry. The people that want to be there, you know, the Travel Cake Trips, the CNS, the Zacto, they're watching it no matter if you say fam or not. They're watching your content because they're there. You're watching their content. You're watching this. It's the YouTube community, right? But the people that don't, right? And we want to grow, right? The people that don't, right? Outside of our community, the new cruisers, the people that are just starting to search NCL Encore, and you happen to go on NCL Encore, right? And now you've engaged with a new couple that has a brand new YouTube that you didn't even know. Okay. And that's how it happens. And that's how true growth happens, by making impressions on those that are not in your circle, right? New impressions, first impressions, right? And keeping those impressions coming back, right? And this thing's a return viewers, right? We can go deeper into metrics. We can even have a second episode too. We can go deeper into metrics, but there's metrics for return viewers, right? Viewers that are subscribed and watching versus newer viewers that are viewing your videos, right? There's even metrics for people that watch your content on TV versus watching your content on a tablet or a phone. Okay. There's so many metrics that you can go in and you can dive into. So,
I'd definitely like to, you know, down the road, let's get back together and, you know, touch on the metrics for lives and, like you just said, return viewers and that kind of stuff. So I think all that would be good for everybody to get their feet wet with and learn a little bit about, you know, definitely myself included. So I think that'd be some good topics for some more shows down the road.
Definitely.
So good.
Definitely.
All right. Let's see. So a lot of folks agreeing with what you said and understanding it, and like me picking up on some new things to look at.
Yes. So, Kathy, unique viewers is a combination of new viewers, okay, and viewers who have come through a third-party source, okay? Meaning, if I opened up my browser and typed in Miss Roper, right, and your video came up on videos on Google, and I clicked it, that's a unique view, okay? Because it came from an external third source, okay, and a third party search engine, should I say? Excuse me, okay. Or a unique viewer is also somebody that is brand new, viewing for the first time. So it's a combination of both. It's like a what is that? A mathematical equation.
Yeah,
it's important too. I mean, I think you know, it's something to definitely keep an eye of. Unique viewers is good to have numbers in. Believe me, you want numbers in unique viewers.
And in a few weeks, we'll have some Miss Roper romps videos, because we're having on the back-to-back that me and Shannon's on. There's doing a Roper romp on both of them. So me and her both will be filming, and so there'll be several videos coming out.
I love that.
So I told her, I said I might film her for a while to post it behind the scenes.
Members only.
That's right. All right. Well, Scott, I really appreciate you coming in tonight. I know you got off work, rushed home, and got here, so I really appreciate it. And
absolutely. I appreciate you having me on. This was I was very excited to talk about this topic all day. This is something that I definitely like talking about. I love YouTube. I am addicted to YouTube. Um, I think I have a decent understanding for the analytics. Again, I'm no expert, but I definitely think that I definitely have a somewhat of an understanding for analytics, but it is not the analytics guys that grow your channel. I want to sum that all up, right? We did talk about analytics and analytics heavy. Yes, they are a tool in the toolbox, just like AI. Dang it. Overusing AI. Okay. Just like AI, it's a tool in the toolbox. Okay. But what grows your channel is you, right? You being creative, you coming up with the ideas, you making the ideas of the videos that you want to create, me talking to me, making the ideas of the videos happen. Okay. Out of nothing. Right. I think Tony from La Lido Loca said that was one of his favorite things to do as a content creator, right? Make something out of nothing, right? And I think we've forgotten that, right? We just want to type into AI, give me a video about me eating a cheeseburger on the Lido, on the guy's burger, on the Carnival Conquest. Boop! It's like, oh, honey, look, this is great, right? Instead of creating it, right? Vlogging it, giving your opinion, right? I think we've lost the creativity just a little bit, and that is what truly makes your metrics and analytics go ding, 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 right? When you're being authentic, when you're being true, when you're here, when you're showing up and you're being consistent, that's what's going to grow it. Right?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, cool. No, we're not. I'm not going to be singing anyway. We want folks to stay around. I don't want them to run off. But we'll be doing some fun stuff. So
Can you put a wig on though, Sherman?
Well, we talked about that, and Crystal, you got one, and I said, well, it'd be all right. She said she won't wasting the money. She said, because I wouldn't wear it no time, because I'd wear it a few minutes, and I'd be like, man, this is hot. I said, well, you're probably right. So
Sherman will put it under his arm and be like, Sherman, did you shave? I was like, oh, no, that's just my wig.
That's right. So I don't know if Crystal's got one. If she gets tired of wearing hers, I might wear it for a little while. We'll see.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's the only way I'll have hair anymore. So
I love it.
All right, let's see. What do you recommend to help make video pop a bit more like stuff that Cruise Life TV does? Is there an app?
That is more of like an OBS style editing. Definitely, I wouldn't say out of my realm, but I'm not really too much of an over editor. I know there's things like InShot. I think InShot's one of the ones, but you do have to watch out too. Some of the ones that your videos pop and stuff, you can get copyrighted on if you're not paying for the platform. But I would definitely say InShot, InstaShot might be another one. But honestly, to tell you the truth, for me, the Canva is kind of just enough. But Greg is definitely approachable. I know he's not in the chat anymore, but I can ask Greg what he uses for editing. I don't personally know. I use iMovie, which I've started to since with this new computer, and Canva. So those are the two editing that I kind of do when I piece together my vlogs. I'm actually making a brand new promo for the Ungroup cruise, the 30-second promo, a brand new 30-second promo. I think it's like version 4 that's going to be out now. So with non-copyrighted music, I'm going to try to find the non-corniest one from YouTube music that we all can use and nobody gets lashed. So all those that want to use it, I know Vicky had asked me for maybe another version of a video and whatnot too. So Liz wants another version of the other one, other than the epic one.
Now you talking about copyright? A whole nother rabbit here, but you talking about copyright? It reminded me over the past 3 or 4 days, I've posted some shorts out of videos that have already been posted and we're fine. But the short comes back with a copyright. And the same, I mean, I just took it out of the video and run the video through YouTube for the checks before I post them. And there's no copyright. And now it said there was on 2 different ones, it kicked it back and said that it was a copyright. So I had to either change it or cut that section out or what have you.
Copyright for what though?
The music, I guess, because it would say, you know, like the music that was in there, which I was using music from the editing software that was, you know, royalty free to start with.
Right.
But I mean, I, you know, changed it, or there was one of them, it won't but a few seconds, you know, so I cut it out. It said it couldn't be like over 60 seconds. You know, the video couldn't be over 60 seconds for that, or it was copyrighted. I could shorten the video or take it out or what have you.
Interesting.
I was like, well, darn, the whole video's up there and it's got more of it, but that's fine. So I got to play around with that a little more and see, but you're talking about copyright, it just triggered my memory there. Let's see. Using music from, I use music from Mojave. That's what I use Canva and Mojave as editing for the videos. Okay. And so yeah, that's what I was using that music from. I had Epidemic Sound, but I got to where I wasn't using it, so I canceled it. But I'm thinking about going back to it. But
that's what I have, Epidemic.
Yeah. So, but that's a whole nother thing. So
yeah.
So, all right. Well, like I said earlier, I appreciate you coming in. I think it was some great information. I hope some other folks got as much of it from it as I did. I know I picked up a lot of things, thinking about how to look at a few things different, just to try to grade myself on some stuff and try to get it better and, you know, help me push myself to be a little more consistent. You know, I've hit that kind of up and down sometimes myself. I
think we all can help each other. You know,
that's right.
I think we all can help each other. I appreciate you having me on too. This was definitely a blast, and I'll come back anytime.
Oh yeah, well there'll definitely be some more opportunities for you to come up down the road. So
I'll dive into the deep end anytime, Sherman.
That's right.
The deep end.
So, all right. Well, we're about 40 minutes over. So I reckon we'll get out of here and let everybody go do what they're going to do. Catch the end of Tanya and them. But I appreciate everybody coming in, sticking around, and asking questions. And hope you got something from it. And
yes,
I'll be back with somebody doing something next Tuesday. And don't forget tomorrow night we'll be talking about all kinds of cruise news and different things with the other 2-3 stooges with me. So we'll be there tomorrow night at 8:00 Eastern. So
love it.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody coming, and we'll see y'all later. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
This show is awful, terrible, disgusting. See you next week. Of course. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't watched it. Believe what? I don't know. I wasn't watching. I didn't like it. What do the avocado think? It's the pits.
Thank you. Come again.